Wonderful people, I love you so much. I love you people. And I wish we were all, middle class. You know, when you wake up in the morning, everybody must just jump into his or her car. We just rush to the malls, Some go and buy tickets to go overseas. Some, go to entertainment centers, entertainment complexes. This is a life that I would love people to live. But anyway, it was not meant to be like that because we differ. We differ in way of thinking from the youth stage. You have to prepare for your life when you're still young, when you're still a teenager, when you're still at primary school, when you go to high school, and decide what is it that you want to be. Anyway, fast forward. I want to talk about looking after yourself. The Bible says, don't be anxious of the things of the world. If you can be subjected or a victim of being anxious about things of the world, I can guarantee you're gonna get lost. And sometimes you're not gonna live long. Whether you like to live long or not, carelessness or oblivious lifestyle can end up your life, can cause your demise, can cause ill health, can cause a whole lot of unwanted matters about your life. There is someone that I want to talk about, but I won't mention the name. This person was very rich, was a millionaire actually, multi-millionaire. And he ended up being nothing, and I presume he suffered from depression because it looks like he lost almost everything that he had or she had. Now, let's look about what causes a problem in one's life. Over ambitious is one of the factors. Exhibitionism, showing off, superiority complex, egoism, loss of self-actualization, loss of self-belonging, etc., etc. Those are the factors that can cause a problem in your life. They are very detrimental to one's life. You have to be very cautious. You have to be very careful about how you live. A lot of people can afford, but we always subject us to the status quo because there are a lot of ailments, there are a lot of hijackings, there are a lot of scams that can cause disaster in your finance. So all this we take cognizance of, and other people think maybe we are stupid or we are stingy. We don't want to be extravagant and spend, to be over ambitious or to be an exhibitionist. Now let me mention few factors which shorten one's life or which causes depression, which can cause demise in one's life. High blood pressure is one of the factors that can affect your health. Your doctor may call it hypertension. It is a big cause of stroke. In actual fact, all of these that I'm going to mention, they are attributed to stroke. They are attributed to nervous breakdown. So if you have blood pressure, it's typically, let's say, 130/80 or higher, your doctor will discuss treatment with you because it's not normal. That is one factor that can cause stroke or depression. Tobacco smoking. When I campaign, most cases I always talk about cigarette smoking, the danger of cigarette smoking, and people always take me for granted. Cigarette smoking is very detrimental. It's very dangerous for your health. It can cause ailments such as lung cancer, it can damage your lungs in another form. It's not really healthy to smoke cigarette because it can cause stroke. Nicotine that is inside, which is a content of cigarette, makes your blood pressure go up. It rises up because of nicotine. And cigarette smoking causes a fatty build-up in your main neck arteries. It also thickens blood and makes it more likely to clot. Cigarette, that smoking of yours. Even second-hand smoking can affect a person. We get to heart disease. It causes stroke. This condition includes defective heart valves as well as atrial fibrillation or irregular heartbeat in short term, which causes a quarter of all stroke among the very elderly person. One can also have clogged arteries from fatty deposit that is caused by that atrial fibrillation or irregular heartbeat. Is another cause of stroke. Diabetes, sugar diabetes. People who have sugar diabetes often have high blood pressure and are more likely to be overweight. Sugar diabetes, because there's a problem with the breakdown of the fats in your body. Both raise a chance of a stroke. Diabetes damages blood vessels, obviously. I think a doctor will explain to you more. A lot of people know about it, which make a stroke more likely. Having a stroke when blood sugar levels are high, the injury to the brain is massive. So these are the attributes of stroke. One, have to be careful. Take care of your health. Take care of your health. Because when you don't take care of your health, you are busy shortening your lifespan. By doing all this, eating unhealthy, doing all this lot of stuff, there are certain type of stroke. I'll just mention two. Is ischemic stroke and blood clots. So ischemic stroke, this is the most common type, accounting for about 87% of all strokes that you can encounter in human being. It occurs when a blood vessel supplying blood to the brain is blocked or narrowed, often due to malfunctioning. Blood clots. This can form the arteries leading to the brain or can travel from one part of the body, e.g. heart, and they lodge in the brain's artery. Having explained these anomalies, it is incumbent that the person have to live to his or her affordability. Avoid exhibition to avert from embarrassment that will complicate health conditions. So all these that I mentioned, they are caused, they are anthropogenic. Anthropogenic means man-made. They are caused by human beings. So people, just slow down. Stop with this fast life. Stop with excitement. If you've got money, look after the money and look after the pennies, because the pounds will look after themselves. Don't just spend because these are 10 rands or 20 rands or 50 rands. Look after money. Money is precious. Money is very important in your life, and lifestyle and your health depend on money, because if you've got money and you lose it, then it's a health problem. If you got money and becoming careless and excited, that can cause depression, that can cause all these anomalies that I mentioned, ailments that I mentioned, can cause stroke, and stroke kills. Stroke kills. So people, be steady in life. We can also do that. There are a lot of people who can be excited like others, but because it's not necessary. You know, the more you age, is the more you become more responsible and more opened up. You just start now having a helicopter view. You check from above. You don't more use a one size fits all or a blanket approach, or you look at a silver bullet approach. No, it doesn't work that way. When you reach 35 years and above, be matured. Know that the money doesn't belong to girls or bank terms. It belongs to the bank. Invest. Have investment. Have money. You know, having money, it's so nice because you can do whatever you like. You are flexible. So people, stop with excitement. If you got money, look after it. Don't go and spend money and start hunting for young girls. And I suggest that boys start falling in love at the age of 16, so that you mustn't start falling in love when you are above 35, because that is detrimental. You are not used to girls. Now you are going to start showing us miracles. You are the people who are mostly embarrassing. People who are not used to girls from young age. So do as others do, which is normal. I mean, 16 years, 18 years, above. That's when you start falling in love. But going that other side is after 18 years. Below is statutory rape. You know it very well. So you heard me sharp.